Hi Aquarius, this is your November mid-month tarot reading. I do 3 separate spreads in my mid-month reading. So I'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage, and I'll do a love from the past spread. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love in the second half of November. We have the King of Swords. We have the Eight of Swords clarified by Death. We have the Ace of Swords clarified by the Eight of Wands. In the potential outcome, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. And we also have the Star on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fellow air sign, Gemini, Libra, or another Aquarius. You could also be dealing with a Scorpio, or pretty much any zodiac sign. This is a general reading. Alright, so this King of Swords, the first card that came out, is the person you're dealing with. I don't think that's you, even though this is also your sign indicator, right? We do have you in the spread as well, the Star on the bottom of the deck all the way to right. That is your personal card, Aquarius, that is you. You could be dealing with another Aquarius, right? But the King of Swords, most likely a fellow air sign, Gemini, Libra, or another Aquarius, or this person is embracing the energy of the King of Swords this week, and by doing that, they're getting ready to storm this castle in a very positive way. Because I do see this person struggling with the decision. Should they move forward? Should they move towards you? Perhaps the two of you got already acquainted, or after the two of you get acquainted, they will really like you. They will really like you. But before they make their move, I do see them struggling. Perhaps you're going to be, coming off as a very strong personality, right? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but they will have their doubts. They will have their doubts not about you, but about themselves. Like, they'll be thinking to themselves, did this Aquarius really like me? Did they show that they would be okay with me to make a move towards them? Basically, this person is hesitating a little bit because they're not sure about themselves, or they're not sure how you would react towards their offer. So the next card that came out is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is that hesitation. So they're thinking, they're overthinking, they're not sure, right? And all of that is going to come to an end. The Eight of Swords is clarified by Death. Death, by the way, is the personal Scorpio card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, but I think that combo, the Eight of Swords with the Death combo, this is them finally coming to an agreement inside their own head to make their move. And what we see next is their move, right? The Ace of Swords clarified by the Eight of Wands. This is them coming towards you, and it's going to be a very fast sort of a movement from their side. They will basically tell you straight up how they feel about you with that Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a card of truth. The Ace of Swords is a card of a very straightforward, very direct conversation that they'll have with you. They'll just, like I said, it almost feels like they'll say to themselves, you know what, it's either now or never. And they're moving towards you. The Eight of Wands clarifying the Ace of Swords is one of the fastest cards in the deck. So it's going to unfold really quickly. The Eight of Wands is a card of communication. The Eight of Wands is a card of travel. So they could literally show up on your doorstep, right, and start talking to you. And as I already said, the Star on the bottom of the deck, that is your personal card, Aquarius. It's always a good sign to have your own card in your own reading, especially on the bottom of the deck. That means you're the one in charge, you're the one calling the shots, and everything pretty much revolves around you. And like I said, perhaps you were giving off a very strong vibe. That's why this person is not sure if they should move. But to be honest with you, I think you're just, you wanted to make sure that this person takes you seriously. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? And that's why you were acting the way you acted towards them, right? But at the same time, perhaps you gave them a hint or two that you're interested. And that's where they're coming towards you. In the potential outcome, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. An amazing combo. We got 2 commitment cards in there. Actually 2 commitment and marriage cards, the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. The Ten of Cups is one of the best cards when it comes to emotionally fulfilling relationships or marriages. It's a family card. It's the happily ever after card. Then we also have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is also a commitment or marriage card. Some people call the Four of Wands the 1111 card. To me personally, the Four of Wands always reminds me of the actual wedding, because in some cultures people get married in underneath the structure with the leaves and branches, and the structure pictured in the four wands always reminds me of that. The Wheel of Fortune is also there. The Wheel of Fortune is the start of a new cycle, a very fortunate new cycle. In my spreads, the Wheel of Fortune is always good news. So yeah, Aquarius, it looks very promising. It's just that this person needs to go through this thought process. But again, it's just that they wanna. They're a little bit confused, should they move towards you or not. But this week they're making their move, and I think you're going to be on board with them, approaching you, and then on board with the two of you moving towards a commitment or relationship, with those two commitment or relationship cards in the potential outcome, and the Wheel of Fortune also being there. All right, so really happy for you, Aquarius. Congratulations. Aquarius, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Ace of Cups clarified by the Hierophant, we have the Ten of Cups, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I think you're dealing with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your significant other, whatever their zodiac sign is. Well, this will mostly apply to those who are just dating right now. This spread right here is either a proposal or an offer to take this relationship to the next level, whatever that level is for you. There is no other way to interpret this. So if you're married, you could be renewing your vows, or there could be some sort of a spark in your marriage. Perhaps the two of you will sort of go back to the way this connection used to be in the very beginning. Something amazing is about to happen if you are already married, right? Or, like I said, if you're just dating, they will definitely propose to you, or make you an offer to take this relationship to the next level, make you an offer to move in together, one of those serious steps. The Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right. This is a card of somebody who's waiting, and I would just have to assume that's you, Aquarius. Perhaps you have been waiting for them to propose to you, been waiting for them to offer you to move in together, one of those. This week they'll do just that. The Ace of Cups, the first card that came out, it could be a proposal, right? The Ace of Cups could also be a confession of love or an offer to move in together, to take this relationship to the next level. It's clarified by the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the personal Taurus card. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Or the Hierophant is about something traditional, like a committed relationship or marriage, right? The Ten of Cups right next to the Ace of Cups is also a commitment or marriage card. And the Wheel of Fortune right next to the deck is the two of you, starting a new cycle together. A very fortunate new cycle. So yeah, this is an amazing spread, Aquarius. To be honest with you, it kind of reminds me of the new love spread I just did for you a few minutes ago. So it could be the same story. I don't want to, ruin it for you. But it still feels kind of different, with the Ace of Cups being here. Because the Ace of Cups is a little bit different from the Ace of Swords that we saw in the first spread. So the Ace of Cups is all about emotions, it's all about love. With the Ace of Swords in the first spread, it was action, and here we have lots of just very pleasant feelings, right? The Ace of Cups, like I said, it could be a proposal. So Aquarius, really happy for you. Congratulations. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Aquarius, this second half of November. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Eight of Cups clarified by the Chariot. We have the Ace of Wands clarified by the Seven of Swords. We have the Four of Cups, and we also have the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Cancer, or pretty much any zodiac sign. Whatever their zodiac sign is, they just want to have some fun with you, Aquarius, behind closed doors, if you know what I mean, and that's it. They're not thinking long term, they're not thinking commitment, they're just thinking some little fun. And the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck all the way here, right? This is them just hitting you up, saying, hey, what's up, how you been, just being nice to you. If you run into them at a party or a bar, they'll buy you a drink, right? The Eight of Cups, clarified by the Chariot on the left. This is somebody coming back from the past. It could be a Cancer you're dealing with, because the Chariot is the personal Cancer card. Or they could offer you to go for a ride together. They could go offer you to take a trip together. But that still doesn't mean that they are really looking to commit to you, right? The next card that came out is the Ace of Wands, and it's clarified by the Seven of Swords. The Ace of Wands is all about, you know, getting busy behind closed doors, if you know what I mean. And the Seven of Swords, this is a card of a cheater. This is a card of somebody who is up to no good, somebody who sneaks around, right? So they'll be gone in the morning. That's what I'm trying to say with that Seven of Swords. And the Four of Cups, the last card that came out, is a card of a rejection. And I think that's your energy, Aquarius. This is you rejecting their little offer. All right. So that's what I got for you, Aquarius, for this reading. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Aquarius, have an amazing the rest of November. And there you have it. This was your tarot reading for this time period. I hope it resonated with you and helps you live a better life one way or the other. Thank you for watching, sharing, and subscribing.